is Yoana, and I spent 2 months of my summer working on monitoring vegetation responses to changing climate factors. So I investigated how the vegetation on the island of Madagascar changed over the past 25 years and what were some of the reasons behind that change. So why did I choose Madagascar as the region of interest? Well, the island is a biodiversity hotspot, from its humid forests in the east to its dry forests in the west and its spiny forests in the south. The island is home to more than 10,000 plant species, over 80% of which are endemic, so that means you cannot find them anywhere else on Earth. And apart of that, those forests are home to thousands of endemic animals. So that means that any significant changes to the vegetation could pose a danger to the habitats of all those animals. So how do we measure changes in vegetation? Well, depending on how much plants photosynthesize, they absorb and reflect different amounts of red and infrared light. So we can use satellite data to calculate an enhanced vegetation index, also called EVI, which is a measure of vegetation health. So a high index would mean healthy photosynthesizing vegetation, and a low index would mean vegetation with reduced photosynthetic activity. So we can compute how that index changed over a period of 25 years and see in which areas of Madagascar vegetation showed increased photosynthetic activity and in which regions there was vegetation degradation. And as we can see on the map, there is this pretty big region in the south which shows significant browning. And next we try to investigate the reasons behind that browning. So first we examined vegetation responses to rainfall. So we computed the correlation between precipitation and the vegetation index. And you can see that on the map here, where red is high positive correlation, white is no correlation, and blue is a high negative correlation. So if we compare this with the map on the right that we already had, we see that that region in the south which showed browning is the same region which exhibits the highest correlation with precipitation. So that means that the absence of rainfall is one of the main reasons for the browning that we see. And next we did the same with surface temperature. And again, we saw that that region in the south shows the highest negative correlation with temperature. So that means that increasing temperatures in the region drive vegetation loss. Next, we wanted to examine how sea temperatures and winds over the Mozambique Channel, which is that area right between Madagascar and Africa. So we wanted to see how sea temperatures and winds there affect vegetation. So we examined the wind patterns for the time period, and we can notice that especially during the wet period, which is from November to March, there are very strong winds from the south of Madagascar going northwest, and that combined with the increasing sea temperatures drives moisture away from the island and towards the African coast, so that causes water scarcity in the south, which then drives browning. So why is all of this important? Well, the map of EVI change over the past 25 years could be used by local authorities to help them decide which regions of Madagascar should be made into conservation zones so that human activity doesn't cause additional vegetation loss in those regions. And apart from that, the project also, by identifying which climate factors are the reason behind the browning, the project provides a scientific basis for developing further strategies to protect the unique ecosystems of Madagascar. Thank you all very much.